All right, what's up, everyone? So here was a upper body day for earlier in this week. Haven't made time, I should say. Everyone has time. I just haven't made the time to get these up. And I didn't record a lot of training this week because I was a little bit rushed in my morning sessions with subbing all week. But we got this one done. It just took time to prioritize and get on my schedule to get it done. So upper body session. So we start off with some speed rotations with the little broken piece of pipe from a net that I use, from like a hitting net. I just use that to swing, go fast. Mix that with GHR. Oh man, I can't even think. Crunches. So I'm having a brain fart there. Then got into med ball throws. Again, did 12, 8, 6 pounds. So got lower as we go. So got through each of them farther. And then we got into our main lifts. Again, this week we did the standing lever arm, I guess you could call it, press, where you don't always need to be pressing on your back. Most people think of like max effort, heavy strength pressing with the bench press, which is great. There's nothing wrong with the bench press, but you don't always need to be on your back. Where I find this, I like this variation with my kind of modified setup with the rings and just push through that. And then we mix that with some plyo push-ups again over the little hurdle, little obstacle. You can use whatever you have for an obstacle. And then the Pendlay rows went heavy, kind of muscled these up. Not the best looking form, but whatever. You're not always going to have perfect form. You got all these people out there talking about perfect form, but they don't ever make any progress because they're too worried about their technique and form on things. But yes, form is important, don't get me wrong. But when you go heavier, your form is going to get a little broken down. And but again, back to the presses here. My setup, I got the rings again with the neutral grip bar. And I got some bands attached to the back of the bar. The back of the rack, I should say, to add that a little bit more resistance, which is a nice little change of pace rather than benching all the time. I haven't done a bench in a couple weeks now, and it feels good because the bench, it pins your shoulders back, and if you're always doing that and just sticking to bench, that can cause long-term problems. And I wouldn't say it's necessarily a problem that people get from bench pressing. It's that they just do bench pressing all the time, especially with a straight bar, and it just pins your shoulders back. It locks your shoulders into that same position all the time. Whereas getting up and off the bench and allowing the shoulder blades to move and just a little bit different pushing variation, which is nice. And I kind of just experimented with this over the last 2 weeks. It's been a fun variation. So again, we did the superset. We worked up to a heavy set of 3 this week with that, and then the Pendlay rows, we were still doing sets of 5 with this. But this set, I've been liking this set. So yeah, I think I got one more set after this, if I remember right. I'm going over the recording here a few days later. So yeah, this is the heavy set. So again, it's a fun set, working on strength here, in just a different position. After those, we got into our little mixture superset here of our overhead. So we went back to the hand switching, handstand, touch your butt, rub your back type thing. I don't even know what to call them, but just a way to get a little bit of shoulder mobility as well as getting that overhead position, where again, the overhead position doesn't always have to be barbell, dumbbell overhead presses. It could be a handstand, which is great because it's just different. It's challenging. And most people just don't do it enough. And a lot of people can't do it. I've got a lot better. I could probably do a handstand straight up hold for a little bit. I haven't tried that in a while. Maybe I'll try that soon. Maybe we'll do a testing week here soon. But we paired that with dumbbell pullovers. Last week we did the iso hold. This week we just did reps for that. Again, and just another way to target some lat work, whereas I've been doing a lot of pull-ups and chin-ups lately, just taking a break from those. And then we hit our dips, ring dips again. Some of these look pretty sloppy. This must have been one of the last sets. I can't remember. I think I did 40 reps this week, where I think I did 30 or 35 last week. Paired those with some drop catch lateral raises and some drop catch the neutral grip bar bicep curls again, which is awkward because you got to catch it in. So if you don't catch it in the middle, the bar is kind of wobbly. So I think you'll see those here coming up. Yeah, they're coming up here. So that's what I did. These again, dropping, catching, coming up, repeating as fast as possible. Just a different way to hit biceps. So that was the upper body day.